Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding this video or any video that I have posted in the past. I will answer your question promptly. Helen loves her grandkid. When they come to stay with her, she used to take them out to have her fast food or ultra-processed food. But she changed. She's now cooked for them. In fact, her grandkids prefer her fried rice over fast and ultra-processed food. Helen has been concerned about the impact of ultra-processed food on her grandkids. She realized that today, 70% of the calories that the average American children obtain is from ultra-processed food. Unfortunately, adults are not doing too much better. Adults got on average about 65% of the calorie from ultra-processed food. Now, the consumption of ultra-processed food is particularly concerned to Helen. She's afraid that this has been responsible for childhood obesity, as it is rampant today. But more than that, she's afraid that when they grow up, they will be affected by many of those chronic diseases that associate with obesity. This include diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, stroke, cancer, and kidney diseases. After adopting my fast cooking system, Helen is now able to cook for her grandkids exactly how they like it. She cooked a hot dog fried rice dish. Now she put in the hot dog as a compromise, but she also add a lot of vegetables. And each time she will use less hot dogs, and her grandkid doesn't mind that at all. This is a demonstration of the flexibility of the fast cooking system. With its 4 attributes in flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, Helen is able to put a meal on the table for her grandkids, usually in less than 20 minutes. Helen loves cooking for her grandkids, and they love watching her cook as well, and sometimes they will actually help her in the cooking. Helen loves cooking fried rice because she does not use a recipe. She uses template-based cooking, and by using the basic template, Helen can cook many different kinds of fried rice. And the reason she really enjoys it because she feels that it is very spontaneous and it is intuitive, and she can cook a different kind of fried rice just based on what is available to her. In fact, she quite often using different kind of hot dogs depending on what is on sale. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how Helen cooked this hot dog fried rice. I first start with 2 tablespoons of canola oil in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok, which is my everyday wok. You can use any cooking oil that you like as long as it has a high smoking point. Now, this is a template, and therefore you can adopt this template and modify it and use it to cook almost any type of fried rice you want by substitute its ingredients. Now, in order to make sure that the wok has a non-stick cook surface, I'm going to season the wok with my Smart Seasoning method. And the method is very simple. I turn the heat up to high to heat up the oil. Once the oil starts to smoke gently, you turn the heat down to low, and you let it smoke for about 15 seconds. And you can turn the heat back up again, and now you are ready to cook. The first step in this fried rice template is to scramble some egg. I use 4 eggs here. As you can see, after I add it to the wok, the eggs start to bubble almost immediately. This is a demonstration that the egg do not stick to the surface of the wok. And what I do next is to use my wok spatula to scramble the egg. You can scramble the egg to any size that you want, depending on how you like it. Some people like it in the bigger pieces. Some like to scramble it to very small fragments. Next, I clear the egg from the center of the wok. I add some rice to the wok. Now, this cooked rice, they're jasmine rice, and they have been stored in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. That is important because this will keep the rice dry and prevent it from sticking to the surface of the wok. Next, I use a really nifty tool which frequently known as a hamburger meat smasher. It's originally designed to break up hamburger meat like when you make spaghetti sauce or when you make chili, but it turned out to be perfect for breaking up the rice in the case of making fried rice, because if you use a wok spatula, it is much harder to break them up, and sometimes you tend to make a mess and spill them over on the stove top. And it usually takes only about 20 to 30 seconds. At this point, you want to make sure your heat is not too high, because things are sitting at the bottom of the wok. If your heat is too high, it has a tendency to burn the rice. If that is the case, you just turn down the heat. Once the rice have been broken up sufficiently, I switch to my wok spatula, which is much easier and more efficient for the purpose of stir frying. At this point, I'm just mixing the rice and mix the egg together with it. Basically, I'm warming up the rice. Make sure you stir rapidly. That will prevent the rice from getting burned. For the vegetables, I start out with a mixture of red cabbage and carrot. I put both of them through my food processor, and it took me only about 5 minutes to break them up. They turn out to be excellent for the purpose of cooking this fried rice. They provide great flavor and texture to the fried rice. I think you will not be disappointed with this mixture. You can use any mixture vegetable you like. Quite often I will use frozen vegetable because that's very convenient. However, if I do have vegetable like this, I will try to use fresh one. Then I add some hot dog. I cut the hot dog into thin slices, and here I have approximately about 3 hot dogs. And cut them into small pieces is really essential because it will allow them to blend better with the rice. It is important for you to keep an eye on your burner. If the burner is turned too high, there's a tendency for the fried rice to get burned at the bottom of the wok, unless you're able to stir them fast enough. If you stir relatively slow, then I will turn down the heat. To provide great flavor to the dish, I add some frozen peas. At this point, the rice is almost done, because as you can see that there's a lot of steam coming up from the wok, which suggests that the rice is quite warm. The very last ingredients I'm going to add is some chopped scallions. The scallions will give the dish a nice oniony flavor, as well as it will add color to the dish. And with all these vegetable ingredients and the hot dog, this dish is already very flavorful. I add some more salt to increase the saltiness of this dish. Normally, I add my wok with tart basic seasoning mix, but I did not have any on hand, so I use salt instead. This seasoning mix is designed to enhance the umami flavor of this dish. I have it on Amazon, and if you would like to give it a try, I have the link below the video. To give the fried rice a little bit sweetness, I add about 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, which will provide a slight sweet flavor. I did a quick taste test, and everything tastes exactly the way I would like it. A few quick stir, the dish is ready. The total cook time of this dish is a little bit over 8 minutes. The dish is cooked with a template, so you can make modifications in any possible way that you would like. And the nice thing about cooking without template is that you are far more likely to cook, because you are familiar with the template and you can cook it with a lot of spontaneity, and you just use your intuition and to decide what kind of food ingredients that you will want to add to it that would achieve the flavor that you prefer. So I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. If you'd like to learn more about this cooking system and to adopt it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.